Welcome back, Baller. I'm Squiggles. This game is a game of cloak and daggers and deception because both players are playing under aliases. We are continuing with our theme of watching Cats, and this is Cats playing under the standard name versus majOr playing under the no NGE name. So, no ng. Yeah. So we're going to be watching these two guys, obviously. It's going to be on darim. Going to be continuing with the Zerg versus Terran for this game, and then we're going to look at some Zerg versus Zergs coming up. I haven't looked at exactly which players we're going to watch, but we're going to see a couple of those games coming up in the very near future. I want to get at least 6 games per player so people can get a good understanding of, some of the strategies and tactics and techniques that the featured player uses against his different matchups. Keeping in mind that what motivated this again was Cats released an 80-plus game replay pack, and so all of these games aren't current. These ones are current enough that I didn't have to start a new Starcraft 2 in order to play them. If you watch a replay that's like old, it's not the current patch, then it says you'll have to leave and get into a different one. I don't know if anybody else has experienced that, but I experience it kind of frequently. So these ones are new enough. I think they were played not quite a month ago, but a little bit ago. But they're new enough that I didn't have to do that. So, yeah. That should help us out a bit, knowing that they're probably on the current patch, or at least close to it. Oh, look at that. That's so smart. That is so smart. I always laugh and giggle because there's this little cool spot right here where you can put your Overlord, and you can't actually see him because he's on the high ground. But if you just lift up your barracks, then you can. Oh, brilliant, majOr. You're brilliant. It looks like Cats went for his hatchery first again, and then went for a spawning pool and a gas. So he doesn't quite have enough for his speed. He actually has enough gas for it now, but it looks like he's going for other things, not wanting to get speed right away. Looks like get a couple of queens and some more drones. There we go. Speed is now started. And what is majOr going to do? We have a factory on the way. It looks like a second gas pretty early on, and just the one rack so far. So he, of course, early expanded, and now it looks like, oh, okay, so it's going to be some reactored Hellions again. That's a very, very common opening to go against Zerg, just overall. I mean, not even map-specific. That's just a great opening build. Looks like Cats is going to be going with a good old-fashioned get a lot of creep tumors early, which he really likes doing, as well as vomiting larva, because that turns 1 hatchery's worth of larva into about 2.5 hatcheries worth of larva. Quite a good deal, just saying. But noticing one little tiny thing he does is with his second queen, doesn't vomit larva right away. Uses the initial stuff to get that creep spread, and then probably goes back to vomiting larva. Also getting this Evo chamber, just going to kind of wall off a little bit with this opening. Doesn't want anything going on. There's the creep tumor, or the creep tumor, the spine crawler that everybody is getting nowadays. And ooh, there's something cool. Cats is actually getting a 3rd queen, getting a pretty fast lair too. But getting that 3rd queen, he's going to be able to defend. He's going to be able to. Wait, did somebody just kill a creep tumor? I think Cats just killed a creep tumor. Oh, he did, because he's putting down another building. Oh, look at this. So Cats really doesn't want to get harassed. And this is smart, actually, because, I mean, we see right here, there's a whole bunch of Hellions coming out. Looks like another reactor. Are we going to see 2 factories with 2 reactors and getting supply blocked? Oops. But it looks like that is definitely what we could be seeing. Still just the 1 barracks. And, yeah, there. Oh, wait, nope. I'm confused. Is it going to be for a starport? Could be for a starport. I don't know. We have a second reactor, and just going to be using the reactor on 1 factory. There we go. I was wondering. So we're going to have a ton of Hellions coming out, and I don't actually know if this is going to be that effective. We are going to have the starport, and if majOr has any chance of doing damage with this initial attack, it's going to have to be using the starport, because you can see here that Cats is totally prepared. He has multiple queens. He can clog this hole, I believe. And this big old ramp, which is why Hellions are so good on this map, is this big. now. So Cat's just covering all of his bases. Now we have Hellions moving across the map, taking that map control. Cat's already has a nice amount of creep spread, and look at this, creep spread in multiple directions too, so one scan isn't even going to take everything out. Oh, that's actually kind of cool though. If you attack here, I don't even think that he knows he's doing that, but he is going to kill this one creep tumor if he keeps on doing it. Oh, there we go, creep tumor popped. Nice. So that's cool, and I didn't realize, but apparently flamethrowers can do a decent amount of damage to buildings. It just takes forever and a day to do it. Here comes an Overlord, going to be scouting this stuff. Of course, he's slow, so these two Marines are going to kill him, but they are going to block the factory. There we go. So now we have two factories going into two tech labs. We're going to see siege tanks. That would be kind of cool. Another command center on the way, and a starport with a tech lab. And that Overlord is pretty happy he saw that. Meanwhile, it looks like here comes the medevac. So, oh, look at that. That is the first time I've seen that. Hellions taking out an evolution chamber. But now, Catz is going into the very standard 4 evolution chamber at his front. But, of course, that's just for the wall up. Here comes the drop in the main. Hellions roasty toastying lots of drones. Here we go. How many drones can he get? We'll take a tally at the end. And it looks like 3 queens now on the defense. And they are going to eventually clean this up. But, man, these Hellions are just absolutely killing everything. Mutas are out. And these mutas are counterattacking into the natural of majOr. majOr with not a lot of stuff there. And it looks like it's going to be, oh, it's going to be Thors, double Thors. Oh, wow, that's actually really cool. They're going to be great against the ground units, great against the air units. The problem is there's not going to be very many of them, and they take a while to build, and they're not out yet. So there's this huge timing where Catz just has tons and tons of stuff he can do. Meanwhile, there are still Hellions over here getting the damages dealt. So we'll take a look now as this final Hellion goes down. Okay, no more Hellions, checking everywhere. No more Hellions, good. Going back in and watching these. Oh, and these, they're actually focusing down the Thor, but the Thor is going to get mass repaired, so he's just going to be happy to get lots of kills. Second Thor pops out, and it doesn't even look like Catz cares. He's just focusing down SCVs. So let's take a look at the units lost tab, actually, and see. Actually, I have a better idea. Let's go over here. Workers. You can see, looks like Catz has killed 46 workers. majOr's killed 20. If we go to the actual army tab right now, it looks like there are a lot of workers for Catz and almost none for majOr. So that was really Catz's whole strategy, was he just wanted to totally cripple majOr's economy. He has done so. If we go to the units tab, we can see 4 mules are the only thing keeping majOr in this game. And I'm trying to go to the income tab. Yeah, you can see that majOr's actually holding even on income right now, but that is only because he has mules. As soon as those mules drop, he is going to be out of it. He is building SCVs 3 at a time. But Catz, I think he's done everything he needs to do. 77 damage against 30. So totally shutting down that harassment. And this is how he did it, folks. He has 4 evolution chambers, 2 spine crawlers, and 1, 2, 3, is there a 4th queen? I think there may just be 3. Yep, just 3 queens. But those 3 queens were all in the main, and although he lost a lot of stuff, he was able to rebuild his drones, at the same time killing all of the units, and by units I mean all of the SCVs of majOr. So, oh, look at this, mutas. Oh, look, nobody's around. I guess I'll get some more kills. Oh, a couple of Thors, need to be a little bit careful there. But he doesn't even care. He's just trading mutas for SCVs. Wow, just really, really wants to keep SCVs, the production down. Here comes a couple more things getting dropped. Now, majOr does have 3 orbitals, and he's going to be able to drop a lot of mules, and that could definitely help. But his Thors and everything else are pinned back in his base right now. He is starting to get quite a few Thors, adding on some more Hellions. So he's going to go for a Thor Hellion push, and he's really going to need to kill Catz, or at least kill his economy with that attack. Otherwise, he's just going to be out of the game. I mean, looking at the units, it's 12 SCVs to 46 drones. So Catz is really just super far ahead, and he can actually go for multiple upgrades if he wants. He could get like melee and stuff as well, but it looks like he doesn't even want to do that. Throwing down another hatchery. So, yep, there we go. Expanding here, killing the rocks to expand to a 4th. These Hellions going to be coming over here for the harassment, but roaches are out. Now, the Thors are going to be good against the roaches, but this is what it's going to come down to right here. And are these upgrades going to finish? That could actually be great if Catz can just, you know, delay until these upgrades are done. Looks like he may be able to. Here we go. Here we go. Upgrades are going to finish during the fight. But here we go. Queens being focused down. They have a lot of transfuses if they want to use them. Looks like one queen may go down. No, this queen is not going down. And there it is. GG. Catz holds easily with a lot of roaches. And that one just came down to harass, man. Catz did not let majOr have any breathing room at all. Really, really defended nicely and killed all of majOr's units in return. I mean, here comes majOr with Banshee way too late, and even his Banshee's tech was scouted instantly by that Overlord. So Catz just playing perfectly that game, making it look easy, and it looks like majOr had no chance at all. It's games like this where people are like, oh, Zerg is imba because of like how good they did, but really it's just a player with a very crisp build order, executing it perfectly, not cracking under pressure, and not being afraid to throw down 4 Evo chambers to wall off his front. So that concludes my Zerg versus Terran portion of the Catz things. Look forward to a couple of Zerg versus Zergs coming up in the very near future. Continue to let me know in the comments what you think of the style and also who you want me to cast next. All right, guys, I'm Squiggles. I'm out.